Barcelo will sit with the 3. Nell also has 3. And BYU trailing by 1.
You know, situations like this where Coach Mark Pope kind of gets a chance to see what type of team he has. It's a one-point game with your best player on the bench with a little bit of foul trouble. We'll see how the Cougars respond offensively.
And Scottie Pippen Jr. threw it to no one in particular.
Well, that'll help out all day right there. You get their best player just chucking the ball over here to us.
But the turnovers have been a problem for BYU tonight. They've committed 13. A wet spot, they'll wipe it up in Mark Pope. As seen as Cougars out to a 10-2 record to start the year. And they began the season with 3 consecutive wins over teams that made the NCAA tournament last year. As they started with a win against Cleveland State, beat San Diego State in a neutral site game, kind of. The game was played in Portland in Oregon's backyard, and they crushed the Ducks at the Mona Center, home of the Blazers. Fouling Scottie Pippen Jr., and he has 3 personal fouls now.
And I tell you, Rox, you know, there's still a lot of basketball to play, but man, the stars were really aligned for this Cougar team to really have a sensational season after the way they started.
And a foul will put Spencer Johnson at the line. Rodney Chapman with 3. The starting backcourt for Vandy, 3 fouls apiece for Chapman and Pippen. And then for BYU, Barcelo 3, Trevin Nell 3. Spencer Johnson, 70% foul shooter. Junior from American Fork, Utah. They're in the Salt Lake City metropolitan area. We're driving down from Salt Lake City to Provo. You'll see American Fork in the suburbs there. His brother Isaac mentioned that big win BYU had over Oregon. Spencer Johnson's younger brother Isaac, McDonald's All-American, on Dana Altman's team. So the brothers got to square off against one another. And Spencer began his college career at Weber State, then went and served an LDS mission before enrolling at BYU and gets the second, and we're tied at 38.
Are you talking about an awkward Thanksgiving? Bro, remember when we put the smack down on you guys?
Short on the 3 from Jordan Wright. And BYU comes away with it. Deflected out. And it stays with BYU. Inside 16 minutes to go. Tied at 38. Semifinals in Honolulu.
Are you ready for Monday night?
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds, representing the connection you share. Forever connected. The perfect gift to give this holiday. Exclusively at Kay.
You want fries with that?
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
This holiday season, give your family the gift that keeps on going.
Our very own Energizer Bunny.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium. The #1 longest lasting AA battery.
Oh, this is so cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, well, it's time to go. Dad, we have to go back to Lowe's. Dad, the tire!
Is it?
Yeah.
The holidays begin at Lowe's, where you'll find all you want during Winterfest.
Carolers.
Let's go back to Lowe's.
Domino's new oven-baked dips are so new that we made a new commercial about their newness. Try new flavors like our cheesy marinara, baked apple, or hot and melty 5-cheese with our not new but still delicious twists. Carry out Domino's new oven-baked dips and twist combos or any 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 each.
Still asleep.
So, where to next?
Reflect on the past, celebrate the future. Season's greetings from Audi.
The annual NBA on Christmas Day tradition continues with 5 of the best gifts anyone could ask for. The star-studded schedule starts at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific, 7 on Aloha time over here in Hawaii. On ESPN with the Hawks and Knicks, and over on ABC, Celtics and Bucks, Warriors and Suns, Nets and Lakers both on ABC and ESPN. The day capped off with the Mavs and the Jazz, 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific. What a Christmas Day NBA lineup, and all the stars on display. That is not Dr. J, believe it or not. I know you're shocked it's not. It's just his jersey.
And that is.
You thought it was, didn't you?
No, I met Dr. J.
Okay.
Pac-12 tournament a couple years ago.
That's right, when his son was playing at Cal. Yeah.
Looked like he could still give you a few buckets.
Jerry Stackhouse looks like he gets an NBA team a few buckets somewhere.
They may need his services the way they have a lot of guys out.
And they brought Joe Johnson back.
Oh, my goodness. ISO Joe back in the NBA. Looking good, too.
First foul on Trey Thomas. John Lucas, the kick out, Caleb Lohner. Off the front iron and rolls in for Lohner.
A soft touch from Lohner. Didn't overcommit, stopped, came to a good jump hook. That's what you want to do. Textbook basketball. Don't pick up the charge. You know there's a tight whistle this evening. Got to play smart.
I know that we talked about it last night, Corey. It's a 3 from Miles Studi. And Vandy seesaws in front. That Jerry Stackhouse, because you were looking to go to Duke. He committed to Duke. They didn't have a spot for you, and then you went to Arizona. But did you ever get a chance to play against Jerry in college?
No, I did not. Just missed out on those big-time games between Arizona and Duke in the early 90s.
Or Carolina, because he played at Carolina.
Played at Carolina. Didn't have a chance to play at North Carolina. Didn't play them as well.
Trevin Knell with the 3, and he's in double figures, and BYU reclaims the lead. Do you remember playing against Mark Pope when he was at Washington?
Absolutely. Heck of a player. Part of that 1996 NBA draft that, in my humble opinion, is the best draft in NBA history. I'll let the fans Google and tweet accordingly. We all
goes out from Shane Dezzoni. Fousseyni Traore the rebound. Running the floor, the reverse lane, Spencer Johnson for BYU.
The transition bucket starting to show up for the Cougs. If you man the glass on defense, they take off and fly with the best of them.
Mark Pope played at Washington for 2 years before transferring to Kentucky, then 5 years in the NBA for the BYU coach. Trey Thomas to the basket, kick out, wide open Shane Dezzoni, rattles in the 3.
That was a beautiful play right there by Thomas. He drew a crowd, all 3 defenders hanging all over him, and he finds the open shooter.
The open shooter missing for Brigham Young, that's Spencer Johnson.
The pace is picking up here.
Driving and a strong move down the lane. Jordan Wright with 13 to lead Vandy. Turning into a track meet.
A little bit. Guys getting out and running, and we've seen a lot of half-court play, a lot of free throws, a lot of fouls being called, but these last couple of possessions, getting up and down a little bit. Both coaches letting guys play.
A steal. Trey Thomas darts up the floor. And a lay-in for Thomas. Seven straight for Vandy. They're up 3. Caleb Lohner from the corner. And a 3 for Lohner. Just his 2nd of the season. from outside the arc prior to that one.
And the bench was more excited about that triple than he was. What can't he do, Roxy? He defends, he rebounds. There's a big putback.
Miles Studi for Vanderbilt.
We talked about him being a physical inside player. He also got that great outside shot. That's a big play right there.
Spinning, T-John Lucas finds Caleb Lawyer underneath.
Well, Lucas is an assist machine. He's out there handling the rock in traffic, giving it up to the big fella. BYU trading buckets without their best player on the floor.
We're 5-0, 5-0 in the 5-0. Just looking for McGarrett right now. Yep. Rims off. Kept alive, though, by Quentin Milora-Brown. And Miles Studi off on the three.
But Milora-Brown has played a huge game tonight. In the paint, getting rebounds, second chance shots right there, taking the charge. He's doing it all, Rox.
Second on T-John Lucas. 11:45 to go. Back and forth between BYU and Vanderbilt.
Well, there's all kinds of ways to be a rim protector, and this is one of them. Step in there, big fella. Sacrifice your body for the ball. We're all knotted up, 50 apiece.
Herbie, what are you doing, buddy?
Scotty, college athletes can get paid now, man. I'm going back.
Oh! Don't go back. Repeat after me. Watch ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Watch ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Money in the bank.
Watch ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Raking it in.
I was kind of looking forward to going back.
You're 52.
Green! 52! Green!
Just stop.
Triple treat, 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
The road home for the holidays, where the ultimate driving machine becomes the ultimate cruise through 3 states machine. The ultimate zip around the corner for mom's cooking machine, and even the ultimate we couldn't get out of there any faster machine. Because at BMW, we know every holiday looks different. So we created the ultimate whatever your road home looks like machine. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 through January 3rd.
I thought you said you bought them.
I did buy the magenta!
Do you suffer from cartridge conniptions? Be conniption free thanks to the cartridge-free Epson EcoTank printer. A ridiculous amount of ink.
You're a printer! You're supposed to print!
The Epson EcoTank. Just fill and chill.
Turned into run and gun hoops.
That's how you want to spend Christmas right there.
Right there?
Absolutely. No question about it.
Mugging for the TV, pointing, I'm with Vandy, dabbing, you know. They're ready, they're fired up, they're into this one. And look, it's gotten good. It's time to buckle your seatbelt, sit back and enjoy this one because both teams are cranking it up. And the fast break opportunities here in the second half that the first half, teams got off to a hot start, then it became a little bit of a grinder. Now we're going end to end.
Well, you know, both teams hang their hat on defense, but at some point you got to make your own luck and take advantage of some fast break opportunities. Guys taking some chances they weren't taking in the first half in transition. Coaches normally don't have a problem with quick shots as long as they're good ones.
Trey Thomas. Shane Dezzoni with 5 to shoot. And the freshman across the key falls off. Fousseyni Traore clears for BYU as Alex Barcelo back in the game with his 3 fouls.
And they got to rest him for a number of minutes and didn't lose any ground. In fact, they were down a point when he left, and now they're tied up. So no harm done, and see if Barcelo can add to the mix here for the Cougars.
Scottie Pippen Jr. sitting right now for Vanderbilt. Ball movement, Alex Barcelo launching. Had a good look, the tip from Seneca Knight, no, but yes, for Fusini Traore.
And that's what makes BYU so tough. Roxy, how many guys touched the ball on that possession? They moved it around the horn, and then got 2 offensive rebounds after the shot from Barcelo. It's tough when teams are that unselfish.
Corner 3 launched. And a tough shot for Gabe Dorsey, who was challenged. The freshman comes up empty. Spencer Johnson. The lob inside. Traore at the rim. And the loose ball. Diving for it, Terran Frank, and here comes Vandy. Trey Thomas, 3!
Roxy, it was a couple of days ago we celebrated 130 years of how basketball being invented. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be played right there. That's textbook basketball. Dr. Naismith would have been proud of that.
Up and under. Great footwork in the lane from Fusini Traore. BYU up 1. 9:20 remaining.
Both coaches up on their feet at midcourt, commanding their troops. They know this is a momentum type of basketball game. Big plays at both ends.
And at the cup, Trey Thomas couldn't get the layup. Gideon George thought about it. Now drives, kick out, Spencer Johnson. Rattles out. Shane Dezzoni the rebound for Vanderbilt.
I tell you, Roxy, both teams making the great basketball decisions. Sometimes the shots don't fall, but they're making the best decisions for their teams.
Off the foot of Shane Dezzoni. BYU attacks. Knight to the basket. He's fouled, and Seneca Knight will shoot a pair for the Cougars.
You know, we talked about 130 years ago with the Peach Basket. Team basketball, you see it right there, moving around the horn. Finally, back to the originator. He tickles the twine from the corner. That's textbook basketball. Coaches love to see that because they know when guys play like that, they're paying attention to what we're drawing up. Good unselfish play.
2 shots for Knight. Now 1 for 3 for the line for Seneca Knight. Caleb Lohner comes back for BYU as Traore gets a breather. And Scottie Pippen Jr. returning for Vanderbilt here. As the 2 coaches, 2 former NBA players, 2 tremendous college players. Jerry Stackhouse, an All-American, of course, at North Carolina. Mark Pope, a really good player at both Washington and Kentucky. And now they're going toe-to-toe in the semifinal and for the right to play Stanford in the championship on Christmas.
Like I said before, both coaches up. They know this is a pivotal time in the game.
Caleb Lohner, another rebound for BYU. Lohner to the block. Tough jump hook. Spencer Johnson on the offensive glass.
Are you kidding me, Mr. Johnson? That's the second time he snuck in there tonight. And he's a little undersized, but he's playing so huge in the paint. They're not paying attention to him, putting a body on him. He's making them pay.
Ten to shoot for Pippen. Nice pass inside, but off the hands of Terran Frank. Last touch by BYU. Vandy ball, 5 on the shot clock. 7:40 to go. Spencer Johnson an impact off the bench.
He has no business being in there with the trees, but Spencer Johnson fighting amongst the big men, getting the easy 2 in traffic. Cougars up 2.
The classic Hollywood story. We meet the hero, the all-new Nissan Frontier. Hero faces seemingly impossible challenge. Tension builds. The plot twist. the hero prevails. In Hollywood, this would be the end. But out here, we're just getting started.
Introducing the all-new Nissan Frontier.
Hey, check it out.
At Lowe's, we're home to great values during the holidays and every day. Where everything comes with competitive prices. And it's all backed by our Lowe's Price Promise, which means if you find an exact product from a qualifying retailer for less, we'll match it, so you can make the most of every single season.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next?
How do you get in front of companies or get a patent?
Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors just like you for over 35 years.
And thousands of people contact them every month.
You can meet with an InventHelp representative near you who will keep your idea confidential and explain their invention process step by step. InventHelp has helped over 10,000 inventors get patents. And they offer 3D animations and prototyping services, showing companies how your invention could work. And InventHelp's exclusive data bank includes thousands of companies who have agreed to confidentially review new ideas like yours.
Don't wonder what to do next. Take action right now and get the help you need from InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today. The call and the information are free. Call now.
800-496-1609. That's 800-496-1609 now.
With Corey Williams and our ESPN crew on the eve to Christmas Eve, semifinal number 2 at the Hawaiian Airlines Diamond Head Classic. BYU 57, Vanderbilt 53. The berth in the championship game on the line against the Stanford Cardinals, as behind Spencer Jones, a career high 25. Yes, Mr. Jones says we all want to be big stars. He hit some huge threes for Stanford. So it's the Cardinal against the winner of our game, BYU and Vandy, on Christmas night. Honolulu is Iran Ganat and the Rainbow Warriors. Bows in action against South Florida coming up next. After a tough loss for Hawaii, a short-handed Rainbow Warrior team to Vandy last night. And Caleb Lohner swatting Jordan Wright at the rim. Here comes Lohner motoring down the floor. Barcelo rims out a three in the rebound. Trey Thomas. Here comes Vandy and Scottie Pippen Jr. 2-on-4. Doesn't matter. He attacks.
That's a beautiful play in transition. Scottie Pippen Jr. just hit him with the hezzy, went right by him. In the open court, he's almost unguardable. Let's see how well he asserts himself over the final 7 minutes of this game.
His first points of the second half, pulling Vandy within 2. Deflected out, last touch by Miles Studi, and a BYU ball with just over 7 minutes to go.
You know, what make Scottie Pippen Jr. and Alex Barcelo such special players is they understand the game, which means they don't force anything. And right now, Scottie Pippen Jr. trying to get back into this game. He knows he's going to be a key guy down the stretch, but once again, playing under control.
5 to shoot, Spencer Johnson. Tough shot at the baseline, and it's well short. Here comes Pippen. Stutter step with a baseline. Draws contact on the reverse. Third on Gideon George. And Scottie Pippen will shoot 2 and a chance for Vandy to tie the game with 6:40 remaining. Thousands have been affected by southern and Midwest tornadoes. If you would like to help, visit redcross.org/ESPN to help Red Cross respond and help people recover from this horrific disaster. So please donate now if you can. It's devastating to see all the wreckage in the Midwest and southeastern part of the country. Scottie Pippen Jr. hitting both, and he knocks the game at 57.
Here's that 1-3-1 zone. We saw it a little bit last night. They're going to go to it here as the game's all tied up, and anything you can do to change the momentum of the game, it's worth giving it a shot. We'll see if BYU can solve the mystery of the zone.
Trevin Nell missing from the corner.
And that's a good shot for BYU, just didn't drop. Barcelo guarding Scottie Pippen Jr. A great matchup to watch over the final minutes.
Pippen and the bump, that's on Tijon Lucas. No, they're getting it in Barcelo, and that's 4 on Alex Barcelo with 6:01 to go.
Right now you see Mark Pope take a long look at that bench, and what he comes up with is going to be a guy who's played big for him in the last few minutes. Spencer Johnson in for Alex Barcelo.
Pippen at the line. 1-1 to 7-team foul. And trying to give Vanderbilt the lead as Fousseyni Traore comes back for BYU.
Roxy, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Pippen has a layup, made his way to the free throw line, and here he is at the free throw line again, all in the last 3 or 4 possessions for the Commodores.
And he hadn't scored in the second half until the recent possessions.
Good players find a way, whether it's at the free throw line or in transition. He's going to make an impact on this game. Now you see a little 2-2-1 pressure. Try to change the rhythm of this game.
Spencer Johnson thought about it. 5 to shoot. Gideon George launching. 3 for Gideon George.
He had some big threes last night, and that's a possession where the Cougars passed on 2 or 3 good looks and ended up with George with the knockdown.
Scottie Pippen Jr. the miss. Last touch by Vanderbilt. And a BYU basketball with 5:19 to go.
Right now, you're talking about less than 5 seconds to go. A pull up from the top of the key, nothing but net. Big time shot. Cougars back in front. Every point they score buys them more time with Barcelo on the bench.
Spencer Johnson. And the rebound ripped away from Traore by Jordan Wright for Vandy.
See if Vanderbilt can get back into their game set. Both teams running through their best players here down the stretch.
Five on the shot clock. Quentin Malora-Brown. Tough lean-in shot, does hit the rim, and Vanderbilt comes away with it. Break for Vandy. Pippen off balance, and Scottie Pippen Jr. Vandy by 1.
Smart move right there by Johnson, just to back off and let him have the layup. Scottie Pippen Jr. was searching for that contact.
Tijon Lucas down the lane, and blocked to the rim and ripped away by Quentin Malora-Brown.
Another big play by Malora-Brown, and there you see Scottie Pippen Jr. drawing another foul. He's going to shoot some free throws.
And that's 4 on Trevin Nell.
And Roxy, we saw this a couple of times earlier in the game. Lucas turns the corner. He's got to make a decision, hit the floater, but you can't come with the underhand finger roll against the 6'10" big fella. He's going to reject that all day long.
I'll take it, thank you very much.
Yeah, you bring it down like that, you give yourself no chance to score. It's an amazing play right there.
So with 4:03 remaining, Mark Pope has brought Alex Barcelo back into the game. Pippen misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
At this point, you know it's going to be a 1 or 2 possession game either way. You want your best player out there. He knows he can't make a foul, but you need him on offense, at least to create the threat.
Spencer Johnson crashes, charge, offensive foul. Mark Pope in disbelief.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Spencer Johnson did everything he could to avoid the contact. Mark Pope not saying a word, but right here you're going to see him take it to the rim. Every possession matters. Defender was there.
Right call?
Right call.
There's so much new with the new chicken and bacon ranch, but the clock is ticking, so we gotta hurry. There's new rotisserie-style chicken, new peppercorn ranch, new hickory smoked bacon, new... Did you just spike the foot long?
Sorry, I didn't want to delay a game.
Save big. Order through the app.
Yeah, I got you, don't worry.
I've started guidance.
Looks like you're home.
This holiday season, hurry in to the BMW Road Home sales event and find your way home in the ultimate driving machine. Receive a credit of up to $2,500 through January 3rd.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat. And the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Hawaiian Airlines. Hawaii flies with us. And Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, where local culture meets world-class hospitality. Gorgeous sunsets, the island of Oahu, and a fantastic basketball game. Fun ball between BYU and Vandy. The Commodores up 1, 3:42 to go as Jerry Stackhouse and his ball club trying to knock off BYU with a berth in the championship game on the line. Christmas night, the winner will play Stanford. Scottie Pippen Jr. has come alive here down the stretch for Vanderbilt.
He's done it in a smart way. He knows he's going to get a lot of attention on defense, so he hasn't tried to force any shots, but he's done a great job of getting contact and just getting to the free throw line. I mean, 2 points is 2 points, and he understands that.
Mark Pope has made an adjustment, taking Barcelo off. Pippen, who gets to the basket, Vandy by 3.
Right there, you got a decision to make with him on his right hand, and you've got the switch with Lohner.
Alex Barcelo answers for BYU.
It is absolutely crunch time here, Roxy. Both teams going to their best players. You know there's a tight whistle.
Pippen comes to get it. Turns the corner. Up and under against Caleb Lohner. And a strong finish, Scottie Pippen Jr.
And eventually, Caleb Lohner's going to have to make a play on that ball. He's playing textbook defense, putting his hands straight up. But Scottie Pippen Jr. is too good for that. You've got to try to block his shot. You've got the height advantage.
Alex Barcelo. Pass deflected. Rodney Chapman has it for the Commodores.
Barcelo's got to get that to the rim. Go ahead and shoot that. Try to draw the foul.
Pippen is just taking this game over. And the reverse!
Same suit, just reheated. Scottie Pippen Jr. doing what he wants here in crunch time.
Remember when he was scoreless in the second half and it still had 7 points?
I think he heard us talking about him, and he's turned it on here.
He's now got 21 as Caleb Lohner gets underneath.
That's a big play for the Cougs to answer and keep it a one-possession game. They've got to figure out a way to slow down Scottie Pippen Jr. You know the ball's going to find his hands right here.
4 BYU Cougars in double figures.
Misdirection.
Pippen leads all scorers with 21. You know he's getting it back, right?
Yeah, here it comes up front. Great defense. Denial by Lucas.
5 to shoot. Pippen lost it. Was looking for a call. And he steals it from Caleb Lohner. And Pippen! Timeout BYU. So Pippen was complaining he didn't get a call. All of a sudden, refocuses and goes and gets it, and he lays it in and puts Vanderbilt up by 5.
What a time to have a small mental breakdown for the Cougs. They get the defensive stop. But Scottie Pippen Jr. with the pickpocket theft. The easy 2. Big players making big plays here at crunch time.
What a wonderful day. All the luck in the world for me. That's the way I do it. nothing to it. Wonderful day.
What do we want for dinner?
Burgers! I want a sugar cookie. I want a bucket of chicken. I want...
It's the easiest because it's the cheesiest. Kraft for the win-win.
Hey, you! Domino's is giving away $15 million in surprise frees.
Other delivery apps add surprise fees. At Domino's, we're giving out surprise frees instead. When you order delivery online, you could be surprised with free food.
I love it.
From Domino's.
Singing or speaking. Reason or fun. Daring or thoughtful. Sensitive or strong. Progress isn't either or. Progress is everything.
Real cowboys get customized car insurance with Liberty Mutual, so we only pay for what we need.
Hey, Tex. Did someone else get a turn?
Yeah, hang on, I'm about to break my own record. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
You want fries with that?
Introducing Wendy's new hot and crispy fries. Preferred almost 2-to-1 over McDonald's. Try them today, only at Wendy's.
This holiday, let them shine like never before. This is how we shine. Find the perfect gift at Zales, the Diamond Store.
Vanderbilt 69, BYU 64, minute 21 to go. A gorgeous sunset over Honolulu and Diamond Head. You can see the Stan Sheriff Center at the bottom left. That's where we're at on the campus of the University of Hawaii. And Scottie Pippen Jr. is absolutely taking this game over down the stretch.
Well, when you have talent, it's really just a question of do you get the opportunity? And he created his own opportunities here in the second half. Looking to press the issue. He knew when he had mismatches. He knew the officials were going to call the contact, and he really did take advantage of a lot of great situations. Looks like the same plays over and over, but really, it's just him asserting himself in great moments here in the second half.
23 for Pippen to lead all scorers in the game. Miles Studi with 14. Pippen with 16 since halftime, or those 16 really in the last 5 minutes for Pippen. Alex Barcelo with 12 points to lead 4 BYU Cougars in double figures. Barcelo, who's been dealing with foul difficulty here down the stretch, he's playing with 4. Trevin Nell has 4 for BYU. Barcelo finds him, opening for 3.
He only needs a small window to get a look. Alex Barcelo with the answer.
30-second timeout, BYU.
Well, you make one big play at the other end by Scottie Pippen Jr. Here's your answer. Alex Barcelo from the wing. It's a 2-point game.
Tuna fish, Steve? We got a big second half of thermodynamics to teach, whatever that is. Now let's fuel up with some chunky soup.
Let's go!
Fill up with 19 grams of protein per can and chunky chicken noodle. Lunchtime is your halftime.
The foul trouble for BYU. 4 each for Alex Barcelo, Trevin Nell, Gideon George, Spencer Johnson, 3 apiece. And Barcelo will check out here. 1:03 to go. Vandy up 2 after the 3 from Barcelo. Mark Pope has 1 timeout left. Vandy has 2 30s and a full. As it's Jordan Wright bringing it up. We're inside a minute to go. Fantastic game. Fun basketball in Honolulu here in this semifinal matchup. Backdoor for Pippen. Hayes, the reverse falls off. And it's BYU with the basketball.
Only problem.
Pope, you call the timeout to get Barcelo back in.
No, you got a live ball stop. Precious seconds going off the clock, and there you see the timeout.
So the last timeout for the Cougars, with 27 seconds, 17 on the shot clock. The Cougars are down 2, and Mark Pope uses that final timeout to get Alex Barcelo back in the game. And I'm assuming he's the first option. But at the same time, we're thinking that, Corey. Everybody watching at home is thinking that. Vanderbilt knows that also.
Vanderbilt knows that also, and Vanderbilt isn't in the bonus right now. They can play defense and be a little aggressive right now.
Because they do have that foul to give. They've only committed 5 team fouls.
Right, so when you've got that foul in your back pocket, your guys can extend beyond the three-point line. If I'm BYU, I'm thinking, hey, Vanderbilt's going to get the ball back no matter what we do. Let's at least try to tie it up. Go with your high percentage shot, and then trust your defense. They got away with the missed layup, but they can play solid defense. No reason to go for the 3 unless it's a great look.
So the turnovers tonight, BYU has committed 19, yet they're down 2. And on the season, they commit only 12 per game. But that's what Vanderbilt has been doing all year, as Vanderbilt has forced 16.5 turnovers per game on the season, including 21 by Hawaii last night in the quarterfinal matchup. It's uncharacteristic for a Mark Pope team to be that careless.
Yeah, and a lot of it is, like you said, deflections, great on-the-ball defense. Vanderbilt's a team that gets their hand in the passing lanes, and if they get a piece of that ball, they're going to come up with it. They do a great job. And right here, Cougars got to get something strong with your best player to the rim.
Barcelo trying to turn the corner. There's the foul to give. Miles Studi called for his 3rd well before the shot. So that's the 6th. The next one puts BYU into the bonus.
Same type of situation. Be strong with the ball, attack the rim. The refs have been consistent all night calling contact. Don't play weak in the big moments.
Off the foot of Jordan Wright. And it's a BYU ball. And that will take the shot clock off. And now BYU can play for the last shot.
That's big right there. And if you're BYU, there's no harm in trying to go out with a bang.
Barcelo into the key, double clutches. Off the heel of the rim, got it back. Was looking for a call. Ripped down by Vanderbilt. Loose ball, Pippen has it. Vanderbilt's going to move on to the championship in Honolulu. Final score, Vanderbilt 69, BYU 67, a wild ending at the Stan Sheriff Center to this semifinal game.
Now, Rox, I need to take another look at this because from where I'm sitting, it looked like Barcelo got mugged on that last attempt. He almost loses the ball out front. He's dancing with a little bit, but right here, when he comes down with this offensive rebound, he tries to get it back to the rim. There's an awful lot of contact on the forearm, and there's no call. And you win some, you lose some, but man, Vandy's gonna escape with a win.
So Vanderbilt beats Hawaii. Now they hang on and knock off BYU. The Vanderbilt Commodores, the Stanford Cardinal, Christmas night in the championship game in Honolulu.
It'll be a great matchup. Vanderbilt bringing that defense that did it for them tonight. 19 turnovers, a big defensive stop at the end of that game right there. They're going to have to turn right around here in 48 hours and bring that same energy when they face off against the Cardinals.
Terrific win for Vanderbilt, a frustrating loss for BYU. They had their chances to tie it toward the end. And Vandy escapes 69-67 for Corey Williams and our ESPN crew. Roxy Bernstein in Honolulu. Come back a little bit. Hawaii and South Florida.
This is UFC 243, Whitaker versus Adesanya, one of the most anticipated title unification bouts and the biggest fight in Australian/New Zealand mixed martial arts history.
Robert hasn't fought for a year and 4 months. And Israel have been active and we're ready to go, so we're going to build on that momentum.
Knockdown for Adesanya!
We're going to take advantage of that as best we can.
Whatever Israel brings, Rob's just going to overcome it. He's going to give it back twice-fold. So that's what a champion is, being tough and not giving up.
I'm expecting a very dangerous fighter when I go in there in the octagon. But I'm not going to let Israel take anything from me.
This is the biggest fight of my career so far, and this is the fight that's going to change the middleweight division forever.
Right on. Let's get ready to walk. Fight this way.